Hi, so I'm gonna show how I prepare for events in Capybara Go. Recently, they added calendar in which we can view what events will happen and what we can expect in the nearest future, because it only shows for upcoming week. Since it's Saturday and soon we will have the reset, it's perfect opportunity to check what will change. First of all, the yellow part, which is the dune, which will change into Lava Explorer. Those are the events that require you to use energy to gain points, so basically you don't need to prepare much for it. The only exemption is the lucky star, which is also visible here because you gather the points from this additional event during the travels, and you don't need to use them at the moment you get it. You can just collect them, wait for the end of the events. This event does not have leaderboard, so you use those points at the end of the event, like before the reset. So you gain like 400 energy ready for the next event. Like for example, if we had the lucky star where Lava Explorer is, we would collect the points. The Lava Explorer the lucky star is ending, we use the points and we got the 400 energy to start the Lava Explorer, which have the leaderboard, so we gain more points and can progress further in the leaderboard, which is good because for higher ranking in the leaderboard we gain more energy and additional chests, so that's like a lot of points for the future events. Next is build growth. It's an event that happens every week. It lasts for a week, and there are three types of build growth events. Right now we have the build for pets, which requires the stones. So you have like few options to get them from. First one is obviously the Goblin Miner. So by unlocking new fields or bashing the Cappy statue, you gain these points. But to be honest, it's not a reliable source and you get very little from it. So if you just relied strictly on the Goblin Miner, you wouldn't gather enough points to clear the build growth. As you can see, I cleared it, so I'm going to explain what do you do to increase that amount. First of all is super sweep like events. There is also archery training and alchemy. Both have the same rewards, and one of them is the spirit stones. For most of the guides I have read, they suggest you to collect 1600 points and go for the gold horseshoe, but as I noticed, going for the spirit stones allow me to progress further in the build growth event, which additionally gains me additional rewards, so that's much better value for me. Sometimes when I feel like I have a lot of those spirit stones, I go for the gold key because there is nothing like too much of opening items. The next place is refinement pack. It's something that I sometimes take if I feel like I have enough of resources. On Monday we have the reset and I will see if there is another major event and how much gems I will have then. And I will decide whether I want to go with it or not. I can assure you that the last two times I have bought it, this time I'm thinking of not doing it since I have increased my spirit stone pool quite nicely, so I'm not in like super need of that. But yeah, that's a good place to get those spirit stones. Another one is the pet summons. As you can see, I have 8,000 eggs and I'm not pulling them right now because I gain nothing but the pets. Make sure to always use this multiplied version. As you can see, by pulling 300 I gain 350, so that's like the 50 extra, which also counts towards the event and towards the level, which it makes increased chances for summoning, so that's very good. You, like, never pull the 15 you can basically ignore it. And the pet eggs basically comes from everywhere. One of the place is the chests. The green chest contains the pet eggs as well. So once there is the another growth event for the chest, you open that. There is black market. So if you like super low on eggs, you can consider buying them from here. But we will go to that part later. And basically some events. Whenever you clear something, I think you also get some, oh yeah, from the Celestial Tower. So that's all the points there is to gain the eggs. And yeah, the last event from the growth series is the chest event. As you can see, I'm not spending my chests. Each of them has a different value of points, the same you can see like above here. So the bronze one is worth 1 point, the silver one is worth 10 points, as far as I know the gold 20, and the green one 50. To be honest, I don't remember, like it doesn't matter as much, like you basically want to collect as much as you can and open them only on the chest grow event, which for me will happen in 2 days. As you can see, I didn't lie. So yeah, those 2 additional events that happens annually, they are swapped with additional growth event, which doesn't give you the classic growth event rewards. Is the mount growth event. So as you can see, I'm also not spending this currency. I could upgrade my mount further, but I know that if I do it, I will spend the currency which I will need in the next week. And the mount growth event is good because it also gives you Capybara silver coins for Capigacha. So very important to get as much of those coins as you can. So I'm keeping this currency and I don't focus much on the gaining of gold horseshoe. If I have like a lot of points in the event which I can spend on it, that's the place I can like roll to gain some bonus, like in the exchange. I will show in a second. Yeah, it's here. So I think I even use this during this event. It won't show here. Ah yeah, but we have the limit changed from 286 to 300, so it means I used it 14 times. So whenever I have some leftovers, I go for the golden horseshoe to make sure that I will have enough currency for the next event. I think you need like 4,000 for each level, so if you have like close to 12 something, 12,000, 13,000, you should be fine to clear it. The next event on the calendar is the Capigacha. Yes, it happens weekly. It's also a very important event. There is like few things you can do to prepare for it. First of all, gather 500 coins. As you can see, I'm not pulling, I'm not participating in this event this time because I don't have enough coins. There's also one thing worth noticing, which is the quests. And most of those are fairly simple, so like clear Dragon Lair, login, clear Celestial Tree, Phantom Tree, Challenge Arena, make 1 person in the black market, raw equipment 5 times, 1 equipment merge, open pet eggs. Yeah, I'm not using eggs for pet eggs, it's just the daily summons, it just solves. The open 10 chests is like something I would tell about in a second. There is like startup collectibles, another thing that's worth keeping a mind on. And entrance equipment is nothing of importance. Pet upgrades, another thing. Yeah, and the challenge main story. So the things that we should like keep in mind is the pet upgrades, startup collectibles, and open 10 chests. So during my daily endeavors, I'm not using the gem chests because I know that I will need 10 chests for the event, and if as long as you start to collect them, you will notice that the open 10 will change into open 50. So I don't want to use 50 points from the event, which might be crucial for it. I want to use something that doesn't give the point, and the purple chest doesn't give you any point for the event, so you can just collect them during the week, and if you have them enough, you can just use them specifically for the Capybara gacha event to complete the event and get 2 coins. It's like, don't feel that much gain, but anything that goes towards the goal is good. Second thing was the collectibles. As you can see, I can still upgrade something. I always try to keep some currency open, so whenever I see the event of Capybara Gacha, I can just upgrade anything and just, you know, roll with it and have the upgrade. I'm not keeping like super much of the currency. There is always like some cheaper options to upgrade, and as far as I know, there is also some more of smaller items I have not upgraded. Not that many of those, but yeah, for example, this one. So yes. And yeah, since I'm at the collectibles, it's always good to focus on sets, because those set bonuses will start to add up eventually to some more points, and more points, more power, more damage. So yes, those are the two that I'm like to keep track of myself, like make sure that I always have them, and when the event arrives, I'm prepared. What else do we have here? The big adventure is not that much of a deal. You basically just need gems. I'm not buying gems, I'm not spending on them. I'm just trying to save as much as I can from wherever I can, and right now the event represented by that icon has disappeared because it's not available during the weekend. Basically, it's like Lucky Wheel. It's similar to Capybara Gacha, and it has different currencies, and I can show from the super value. So there are like 3 different events. One is for compass, one is for adventure log, and one is for the seashell. And each of those events have limit, which transfers from one event to another. And as far as I know, one of them, which I don't remember which one, had the limit of 250. So you have to keep track that you need more currency than that. And each week you can buy 100, and in the exception of that other one, which have 250, you can buy 120 or 30, something like this. So you want to collect that first, because likewise in Capybara Gacha you have those rewards for pulling. The other event have limit of 200, and it has the forgotten how those are called. They are used for pet build, the orbs. So you want to collect that currency first. So if you have like 200 of it, which means like 3 weeks of waiting between the events, then you pull and you get all the rewards that you could get, and also you gain the guaranteed reward if you don't pull the mine reward meanwhile. So yes, very important to stack those. Currently I used all mine, so I have nothing to show. And yes, so that's that. Journey up found, it's if I'm not wrong, the double travel, so you gain twice as gold from travels. As you can see, I have not used this one because that's exactly where I'm gonna use it. When there is double travel, I want to have the additional energy to gain more gold, because if I do it now I will get just like one multiplier. If I do it on the journey up event, I will get bonus points. Additionally, if there is some ranked event, I will get additional points, which I think I want because it's gonna be the lucky star. But that doesn't matter. I'm just happy to gain the gold. The other thing is battle pass. As you can see, I'm also not using it, because likewise you can get event where the dungeon currency rewards is doubled, and you have to make sure that the dragon double currency is happening at the weekend of that event, so they are not triggered at all at once. They are triggered in the separate times sometimes. So yeah, I'm keeping those. and wait for the appropriate event to use them. So I do check the times because it like ends in 10 days, so I know that that if it won't start soon, then I will have to use it anyway. And same like this, it shows that the countdown is 3 days, so I know I will have enough time to use it for the next week event. Lucky Koi. Lucky Koi is something new. I have no idea what's that about. You can just buy the Lucky Pack and you can get the Koi Grand Prize. And as you can see, only one person from the server buys it. I'm not interested because I'm not spending much on this game, and buying everything is like pointless for me. Underwater Adventure is the major event. They are different, they change, they sometimes are not available because they might not run any, and they also have the option to buy stuff for gold. I just noticed that I can buy the treasure bomb and treasure flashlight, but I'm not interested in those. I'm only interested in the one I have bought, but I don't see it now. Where is it? So yeah, I am only curious of the jellyfishes, but currently I don't see it. So apparently if I bought it, it probably disappears. So yes, if I can buy the jellyfishes for the gems, I'm doing it because I want to get as much rewards as possible. In case of this event, I was mostly interested in this pack because it's very important. I also had to upgrade a few things, so eventually I bought some stuff that I was interested in, not to mention the cores, which you want as much as possible anyway. So yes, to prepare for that event, I'm just trying to save my gems. The only places that you actually use the gems is the black market. I'm not trying to buy much from it. There is the gold key I'm usually interested in. The speed up is for gold. If instead of this ranger book, the ghost book would be available, the skeleton book would be available, I would buy it because the skeleton books are rare. As you can see, I'm also buying it for gold. Sometimes when I have enough gold, I also buy the specialization point, but currently the prices of legacy upgrades are big for me, so I'm just trying to make sure I have enough gold for everything. Additionally, what do we have here on the matter of gems? Yes, the guild donation. It's always important to donate as much as you can for your guild, so the amount of available slots increases, so you have easier time slaying the boss. And with slaying boss, you also gain some gems, which is the most visible during the weekly reset because you gain new bosses. New bosses means more rewards, more gems. More gems means more everything. And yeah, you also gain golds from not gold, the gems from here. So just remember to do it daily to gain as much as you can. There is few places in which you can spend a lot of gems, like during the wishes summon or equipment summon. As you can see, I'm not doing it. I'm not pulling this as well, but if I used all of this, I could also pull additional chests. And the question is why I'm not using it. Like previously, before yesterday, there was the Whisper banner and I could use it because those events also have missions in which allows you to collect additional jellyfishes, and more jellyfishes, more reward. So I know that I need to use some things, and that's the only place I will break some of my rules, because there is chest summoning. So if I use chests, I will also gain additional fishes. There is some pet eggs. Usually the pet eggs will be enough from the daily summons. If I see that I'm lacking, then I am willing to pull a bit more. The chests, if they not appear during the chest growth event, I will use some, because it's actually good place for me to spend. But it's something that you have to calculate on your own. Like, if you are sure that you will have enough points, then use those bronze chests to get additional resources. If you don't feel like it, then it's better to save. And as I said, there is this draw equipment 100 times. And 100 times, it's not something that's easy achievable, especially in the fast place. So I'm usually collecting my keys as well from the daily and from the premium, and whenever I see the opportunity to use them, I use them to gain additional currency. So that's for the major event, and I don't think we have much more. So yes, I will just make sure I just talk about everything. Yeah, just doing tasks and everything. The only thing that helps you speed up everything and gain you additional resources is the privilege card. So the ad-free is like must-have in my opinion. If you just want to play this game, the ad-free just amount to so much speed up, so much more resources. You can collect much more everything, much more faster, and that's why I'm doing it. Just watching the same ads every time is boring. The monthly card has additional bonuses like the 4-time battle speed, Dragon Nest and Celestial Tree daily chances, travel speed mode unlocked, and travel unlocks higher rewards, which is also good because you gain just more books. Like I usually get a lot of the ghost books, which allows me to upgrade my ghost faster, and I don't need to worry much about the books missing. I'm not getting much of skeleton books, that's why I'm buying those, and I'm not using much of my knight books, so that's why I don't care. But I can say that the monthly card is worth it. And the other thing I have is the lifetime card. I have no idea actually if that's like the needed part, but I haven't bought all of them at once. So first I bought the ad-free card, which was the good value, and I tried to get the monthly card as fast as I could because those two are actually like the good value. It's good to have them. And after a while, when I didn't need to buy the ad-free card because it's one-time purchase, I bought the lifetime card also, which is also additional clears, additional stuff, because if you look, this part in which you gain additional roll gains you a lot of value because you gain the champion, the adventurer upgrade currency, you get the chest, you get the pet summons and pet upgrade currency, you get the energy. So that's where you wanna spend, get some of the good stuff from. And that's basically it. If you just collect as much as you can and participate the best of your ability, then there is a good chance that you will start to receive more rewards. More rewards amount to more unlocked stuff. You can buy them from the stores and they amount to more power, so eventually you will get more and more and more. I'm still like newbie in this game, but it's basically like following the pattern, and for some it's also getting boring at some point because it's like grinding. And as far as I know, most of this game of this scheme follow this pattern, so hope you will find your fun in trying to conquer higher levels of tower, or maybe win the most in the arena. Whatever is your calling, then